go, champ. It's the champ, Shannon the Cannon Briggs, and you're watching True School Sports. Let's go, champ.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BC, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now we got Pops here with us. This is my Montana Love versus Stevie Spark post-fight review. My voice is hoarse because this is a crazy night.
Oh my Lord.
And it started off with this fight. This is the first main event. This fight right here. So Pops, before I get my thoughts, I'll swing it over to you. What did you make of Stevie Spark versus Montana Love?
You did tell me, I always ask you what you think about the fight, and you always tell me, like, Pops, everybody's picking Montana Love. I slightly edged him for the win, but you did say if it goes further than that, Spark is going to come in and show people out what he's all about.
Yeah. And
he did it. I will say this about Montana. Montana Love was talking shit to him in the first couple rounds. Sparks caught him a couple times at the end of the first round. And then it came back to the second round when he knocked out.
He dropped him with a right hand.
I think he was shocked with all that. Then when I see a fighter like trying to complain to the referee and this and that, it's showing me that he feels vulnerable now. I didn't expect what he was going to get from the Ushi, like you said he was.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be biased. I like Montana Love. I like Montana Love, but so he had success in the fight at times, turning him and it kind of looked sometimes like he would box him at range and he was doing well, picking his shots, stabbing him to the body with that left hand. It wasn't like Stevie Spark wasn't a flawed fighter.
Oh, of course.
He found a home for that left hand down the middle plenty of times. It's just that, Stevie Spark was very patient. And then when Stevie Spark was able to close that gap, he really made it count. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know he's from Australia. There were times where he broke out those Jeff Horn tactics. He started mauling him, But one thing about Stevie Spark is, because sometimes, especially when fighters from different countries come to America, they can be looked down upon or like they're soft. And one of the big things for a foreign fighter when they come to America is to make sure when they're fighting an American fighter in America is to set the tone early. And I thought he did that, mauling him in the first round, and being able to land some good shots to the body.
The biggest thing that I was shocked about, I was happy for Sparks, but I really was shocked at Montana Love and what he did.
Yeah, so the fifth round, so the fifth round, right, there was a head clash, and Montana Love was bleeding, and then the ringside physician went to go look at him, and he wasn't doing too good because he had a big-ass cut on his right eye, and basically, after that happened, he wound up being told that he had a minute or so to show the ringside position something, or it was going to go to technical decision, and they were going to go to the cards, in which he was already down. So as soon as Stevie Spark heard that, he jumped right on him. He started mauling him. They tied up, and then they kind of got towards the ropes, and Montana Love kind of gave him the big show from the Royal Rumble, kind of tossed him over the ropes, and Stevie Spark wound up falling out the ring, and somehow miraculously landed on his feet, which was crazy because there's no padding there. He would have landed right on his head on the concrete. So the fight winds up being a DQ, and Stevie Spark, he does get the upset, but not in the kind of fashion that he even wanted. So
I would say one more thing: boxing needs to get straight. Is every time there's controversy, something they never organize on anything. And in this case, they weren't organized as always. They never really are. And there was one time where I heard the commissioner telling the referee, "You have the power. What do you think about that?" And the referee couldn't even freaking give a straight answer. Yeah. The commissioner had to come in and say, "Okay, I'm going to make the decision." That's it.
Yeah. So the question I think I'll ask Pops is, do you think there should be a rematch for this fight, or do you think Stevie Spark should be afforded the opportunity to move on with his career and fight other contenders at 140?
Well, but like this, the great salesman will always say that they need to do a rematch. Eddie Hearn, but the reality is his boxer did not react the way he should have acted in the case as far as throwing this guy over like he did. I think the commissioner made a great call, so no.
So no rematch?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean...
I think there should be a rematch, but personally, at the end of the rematch, it got to be in Australia.
Yeah, I mean...
Montana got to go over there. Stevie Spark came on the road. He fought Montana Love. He was literally about to knock him out in front of all his friends and family.
And we're not hating on Montana Love.
I'm not hating on Montana Love. I've been supporting Montana Love.
I like everything about him.
I've been supporting Montana Love since 2018 when he fought Tsunami Samuel Taya on Showbox. All right, there's not very many, if any, boxing content creators who have been covering Montana Love's career more than me. So I definitely don't have an ounce of hatred for the guy. I met him in real life. He's a cool guy. But truthfully, I think he was looking for a way out. He thought that, because you can tell by the way he talked at the press conference, he thought he was looking to pick this guy out from the outside, and this shit was gonna be like the Baranchik fight. And I said he's in the wrong, because Baranchik was shot. Baranchik had just fought Zepeda in like the fight of the millennium, because they had 7 knockdowns, and it was a really hellacious fight that would take years off any fighter's career. And he had fights before that where he had taken a bunch of damage, so he was pretty much a shot fighter when by the time Montana Love fought him, although it was a good win. This guy Spark, a lot fresher, a lot less punishment on the body. Throws way more jabs than Baranchik, doesn't wing his punches. So and he was what 15 and 1 at he was 15 and 1 at 140 with 14 knockouts. So we knew he could punch. We knew he was physically strong.
We knew he had a heart because he went out 2 weight classes and fought
Tim Tszyu. His only recent loss was to Tim Tszyu at 154, which is not even his weight class. So we knew that he wasn't going to be scared of no Montana Love. But
at the same time,
it's unfortunate because the fight was really turning into a great fight. Montana Love was doing his thing from the outside, turning him.
Even when Montana Love did get knocked down, he came back and refocused.
Still fighting.
And through his jab, established his jab. This thing, he was coming.
Getting that leaf on the outside.
It was like the fight where you got the appetizer and damn, once I get the main meal,
it was gonna be a great fight.
And you could just see it build up. And then I looked at my son. I said, "Damn, BJ, you told me this was gonna happen. You basically told me like, hey, if Spark will take him this."
I told my dad, and I said it. Well, I told my dad, I said if Stevie Spark doesn't get caught anything big in the first 3-4 rounds, Montana Love's in trouble.
Yeah.
And he was in trouble. And disappointed with his performance.
You gotta learn from that though.
There were times when he got hit by some shots, he kind of looked like Tevin Farmer. When Tevin Farmer gets hit, that same body language.
I meant to say that, but I forgot. Now that you brought it up, it's when you see fighters like they come in there and they're doing their thing and they really get hit like with somebody and you feel it and then you can see their reaction, like they're in shock. That's what I think. That's what I felt from Montana Love when Usher got him in the corner and started going roughing him up enough. I don't think he liked that.
Yeah.
It's like in basketball, we call it
flopping.
You got the physical and you got the finesse. I think Montana had that finesse attitude to him because he did not like when Dashi put that physicalness on him. You could just see it, and he started complaining to referees, whatever. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you just don't know what's gonna happen. That's the only way Spark was gonna win the fight if he did that.
Yeah.
And then what I like was Montana was talking shit. He should have been focused more on this fight. Talk shit after the fight, not during the fight. And when Spark came out, I think I'm gonna corner chase him around the ring like he did. Even though I think he was shocked with all that, especially with knockdown.
Yeah, and
we love you, Montana Love. We love your dog too.
I like Montana Love. Shout to his dog Poppy. It's no slight, it's no hate. Ohio stand up. It's gotta be disappointing for him because he had gone through so much to get to this point. He gets to fight in the Cleveland Cavaliers arena, and the fight ends like that way. And he doesn't really give like the greatest account of himself that he could have gave. So. Gotta be disappointing, but it's life, it's boxing, there's ups, there's downs. He'll be back to fight another day. We'll see what happens. But shout out to Stevie Sparks, man. Stevie Spark, I think tonight, even though he got an unceremonious outcome,
he was humble.
He was humble about it, and I think he has become a legitimate contender at 140. Because if Montana Love was a legitimate contender at 140, and Stevie Spark was dropping him and beating him up and on the way to knocking him out, then he beat him.
One word that I would use about Montana Love is composure. He lost his composure.
And that's the most important thing. So, on that note, guys, those are our thoughts. You can let us know yours down below. Make sure you guys take time to subscribe. I'm gonna go with my voice now because my voice is hoarse from this great night of boxing. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time,
just like Mayweather's uncles would say, a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. You do. You've done it.
Thank you.
You about the only smart guy that I know, bro. Nobody knows shit about boxing.
I appreciate it, man.
I want to say, man, make sure to follow True School Sports, always covering boxing at the highest level, man, and make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Instagram at Just a Kid from Danny as well.
He the plug.